Play action. Haskins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Haskins. And he rifles one incomplete. Intended for
He's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
And we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. They go play action now. Haskins. This one completes to Kelvin Harmon. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Here comes Reed. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 46. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made by Deshaun.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Six, man. Good job right there. Good job right there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making it all right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. Third down here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Haskins from his own end zone. And he fires one incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Haskins, third and long from his end zone. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And he's able to get it out of there. Oh, the return is Reed. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
6-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. A handoff to Penny. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he has hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Recovered by
the defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Here's a give to Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Seahawks 14, Washington 7.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, a give to Penny. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Penny, the ball carrier.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
On the pickup.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Wilson. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Penny will try to punch it in. Power on power, but he's not going to get in.
Rashad Penny, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey,
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21. Washington.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Haskins. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
And the Washington first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On play action, Haskins. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down at the
well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
After the penalty, it's Penny. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On third down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up fourth.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do.
Bryce Love.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 41.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Third down, here's Haskins. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he finds Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Penny, a first down carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rashad Penny. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A 33-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Foster.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Ryan Kerrigan, the one who stepped in to make that play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Here's Reed returning. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Now Wilson on second down. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
Wilson's
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
makes it 3rd and 11.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. He lets it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. They'll run with Penny. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Penny. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Let's play backwards a yard.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Operating from open man is Jacob Hollister. Oh, and now he bowls him over, and they move this all the way down to the 9. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Penny on the counter, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal.
Hey, 0.
Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
27-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw on third down. Haskins. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First down, Washington.
They will run it. It's McKissick. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
20. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love. 42 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
At the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
From the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Ball carrier.
On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 41, Haskins. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Off to Thomas on the left side. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
First down, Washington.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Here's Love again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. Create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
At the 32-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play, it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Haskins on the keeper.